Now here is the Let's Stay Together show with Reverend Ricardo McCain and author Brenda McCain, helping you to rebuild your relationships with God.
Hey, welcome to the Let's Stay Together show. I'm your host, Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good.
Okay, you ain't got to look at nobody. Just get on the mic and talk now.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Too early.
We're going to spice it up already.
We have to. Okay, welcome to the Let's Stay Together Talk radio show where we learn the rhythms of all relationships. And to know our glory, you have to do what, babe?
You got to know our backstory. You talking kind of fast, girl. We got 2 hours. Relax. Get that sexy voice. This is a spice-up show.
You want me to be sexy?
Yeah.
You sure?
You could do it today. Okay. You ain't wearing the Beyonce dress, but you can talk sexy today.
Hello.
Okay.
I want that dress, though. Wait a minute.
No way. Talk, girl.
Tonight's topic, my marriage is bland. Help me to spice it up. Bring back the flavor in my marriage. How to bring passion back into your marriage and keep love and intimacy alive can be challenging. In the beginning, sparks were ignited with a look and a touch, and that was the beginning of a flame that kept the fire burning of happiness and great sex. Then reality happened, and we're not talking about reality TV, but real life issues where your roles as the hot and sexy couple has been replaced as the partners raising their children and accumulating tangible things such as a nice house, cars. The romance has taken long commercial breaks, and the careers, kids, and stress has taken over. Before you turn the channel on one another, there's help. And to help us to discuss spicing up our marriages and bringing back the flavor on the McCain train tonight is none other than the lovely Miss Eden Adele. I love that name. Evolutionary relationship specialist at Get Back to Passion Institute, relationship expert and best-selling author, highly sought-after speaker, a premier passionator, and love liberator. We're going to have a good one tonight.
Oh, my God. All that, yeah. That's a lot there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then we have one of our favorites in the house, well, on the train, a woot-woot train. It's Leslie and her better half, Mr. Rob Holly. Welcome. And they have been married for 10 years. 10 years. Okay. Leslie is a licensed practitioner, counselor, and Rob is in the finance marketing business, right?
That is correct.
He's so proper. We don't have to break him in.
And Leslie is my show counselor, too, by the way. She's a psychiatrist and counselor for me as well. So
work on my husband, work on him. Now, if you want to know about our guests, please visit our website. It's www.letsstaytogethertalkshow.com. And before we get all into this good flavor and spicy, happy, Cinco de Mayo Day type of stuff going on here, we're going to give you the word. Hebrews 13:4 says, let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled. But God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous. But we all married here, so we about to get it on.
Yeah, we're going to talk to some of these unmarried people today, too.
Tracy, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry with you, too, okay? But we talking about this stuff.
Yeah, we got Tracy here that we're going to be probably getting married in about 2 minutes.
Right.
Hey, we're talking about my marriage is bland. Help me spice up my marriage. If you want to call in at 312-754-4333. That's 312-754-4333. Hey, Eden, I got something I want to come to you about first. I was looking at this survey here that was conducted by a place called Good and Bad. I guess that's a good place to start at, Good and Bad. And they did 3,341 people, and there was like about 1,400 men and 1,900 women. And they found out that 25% of the surveys said they were bored in their current relationship. And another 25 respondents reported being on the brink of becoming boredom. I don't know how you get on the brink of boredom. You've been bored or you're not. You kind of think you're going to be bored, so you start going in that direction. But let me ask you this question. Why are, statistics like that, why do people get so bored so easily in relationships?
Because they expect their partners to do for them what they should be doing for themselves.
Say that again in there.
Expect to be entertained. And that's not what relationships are for. That's not what sex is for. That's not what love is about. If you want something in your relationship, you have to be the first source for it.
Yeah, but what
you
if
have to bring it.
What if I'm waiting for her to do it and he waiting for her? I mean, hey, somebody got to step up. It's almost like that jumping jack thing. Who's going to jump in?
Do it. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely, somebody has to do it. But if you're the one who's bothered by it, then the responsibility is yours.
Right, and that's
Period.
true. So we got my psychiatrist over here as well, Leslie, who has been talking to me, helping me out with my relationship most of the time because she know that Brenda be driving me crazy and I need some help. No. So thank you very much, Leslie, for helping me out as much as you do meeting with her. But on a counselor's standpoint, can you also elaborate on what is it about relationships? I mean, people get bored with everything, but what is it about when you get in a relationship and you lose that little flutter in your stomach that all of a sudden we just get bored and we just want to get out of it so easily?
Yeah, well, I think two things come to mind. It's important to recognize that the honeymoon stage, research shows all that electricity that we have, it can last up to 2 years. And after that time, it's natural for things to become less exciting, and that's okay. The love is still there. But I think in our society, people feel like, I have to work at my job. I have to work at being a parent. Marriage should be easy. The relationship should just be easy. But really, that's where that's where most of your work should be. If your relationship is healthy, your parenting, your children will be healthy, and everything else will also flourish. So people a lot of times come in, to counseling and say, well, I expect this and I expect that, and they're not working at anything. They're not giving anything. Marriage is work. Just like your job, we spend a lot of time looking for jobs, getting education, working late nights. What about the relationship? You've got to put in that kind of work and even more.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm going to just before you go, I got to let I'm just so happy and I'm so proud, and my heart feels so much joy that I have another man in the place with me. And Rob, man, thank you for being here with me and helping me out with all of these women that be beating me up all the time. They be beating up on a minister. Can you believe that, ma'am?
It's a shame.
That
is a true shame.
That is just a shame.
I'm glad to bring some balance to the round table here we have on the McCain train.
I appreciate that.
Bringing that male perspective is sometimes needed. So I'm honored to be here.
This brother's going to be back already.
With his wife, hopefully.
Yeah.
We're going to have him on speed. Rob, what you doing?
Man, she can't come in. Come in, bro. So, what is it? I mean, in a man's perspective, why does it seem like, because a lot of times men can get bored fast because they want to find different avenues or be with different people.
Sure.
What is it about it that, men get so caught up with boredom and they want to move on so easily?
I think a lot of times it's the images and the upbringing or the friends and peer groups that we have around us that can sometimes influence men into a different perspective in terms of fidelity, spiciness in terms of a relationship, a long-lasting relationship. And so a lot of times I think men are kind of convinced unnaturally that they should be seeking some sort of playboy, fly-by-night lifestyle with a number of women, a number of different, experiences, when in actuality, both in the word and in, general true happiness, some of the best and most fulfilling sexual and marital relations come from that single person, because getting the intimacy just from one is really what we're seeking, and I think what is going to be the most fulfilling long-term sense.
And you did a great job because she was just staring you down too, boy. Like, I want to see if he gonna give it. He did okay, so she just look at him like, okay, let me see how he's gonna do.
He didn't get a slap; he got a kiss.
Yeah, he's doing the slap for me. That's what the slap's for. But go ahead, baby.
That is so cute because she was burning the hole.
She's looking at him like, okay,
all
right, let me see. Let me see.
Okay, well, we about to get this party rolling because, Rob, we done broke you in.
Yeah, we got you in here now.
All the nice answers, okay.
I've had to meet her parents before, so I'm well trained.
Okay. Well trained.
I know how to answer.
I like him. He definitely
bet
coming
you
back.
do. Okay, well, let me go on over to Miss Eaton here. Let's start it off with, how can you tell if you are getting enough passion in your marriage?
Well, one surefire way to know that you're not is that you ask the question, how do you know that you're getting enough passion in your marriage?
That's a good point.
Hello, is this thing on? Yeah. That's how you know you're not. Okay. If the question is coming up, yeah, somebody's lacking somewhere.
Okay, then.
But if in a case that that people are they know that they're not getting it, but give some examples of what are some of the triggers, because I think the thing was saying people are on the verge of being bored. What causes that verge, and what happens with that person when they say, I'm starting to think that maybe this relationship's not working? What are some of the signs that the people can be looking for?
One of the first ones I ask about is kissing. How often are you? How deeply are you? How well do you enjoy it? How frequent is it? What do you feel like after it? Mm-hmm. That is the first place I go, because it's one of the first things that disappears.
But let me ask you this question. And me and Brenda was talking about this, because I was talking from a man's point of view, taking off the minister's head for a second.
Well,
here.
then, why don't you take it off?
Men don't seem to get too much into kissing like women do. It's like, okay, kissing is like...
You do.
I don't know, man.
Can I say
Rob's
why?
opinion
Serious.
too on
Okay, I'm going to tip the halo for a second. Okay, go ahead.
There's a reason why I say that. Because that's how you got married in the first place. You were doing all that when you were dating. You were very into it. And all of the work that most people complain about having to do after they got married is the same work that they did to get married in the first place. It's not that they don't know what to do. They know exactly what to do. They just stop doing it. They stop focusing on it. They stop investing the time. They stop investing the effort. They know what to do, or they wouldn't be married. Yeah, but they absolutely know what to do.
I've got to say this, though, but I know I'm just going to talk from the man's point of view. Rob could be the good guy today. I'm always the devil's advocate most of the time. Most men kiss because they know that's the starting point. That don't mean that they want to. It's just the starting point. And they're like, okay, we got to start here. Okay, where we go next? It's like, okay, we got to do more. I mean, some men call me, Rob, Rob, you can be the nice guy. I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. Most men are sitting up there like, can we move forward? Again? Come on. We still, come on. Can we cast,
In which case,
and so our show is, our glory. You got to know our backstory. We're always real honest with each other. As a minister, I would probably say to the men, you should be very happy that a woman wants to kiss you, because that means she's very intimate and be very, the desire that she has for you is very important. And you should be satisfied with having a kiss, because you're not married to her yet, and you shouldn't be thinking about anything else. Now, that's the minister side. The man side is saying, that's it. And so I'm gonna go to Rob. Talk to me. You don't have to be on my side. Stay clean. Stay clean.
I'm gonna stay clean. And I think from when you talk about kissing, it is oftentimes what men think of kind of as a starting point. But I look at it more as an analogy. Leslie and I lived in New York for a number of years, and if you've ever driven across country, let's say from New York to Los Angeles, it's a long drive. And I would like to think of kissing as the starting point. Mm-hmm. So you're in New York, and from a man's point of view, we want to take the red eye straight to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that's a great flight. You can get there quickly, and it's a desired destination. But from a woman's standpoint, we're often looking at it like, why she want to stay in New York? We've been here. But I think in terms of kissing and the passion that comes along with it, men need to kind of take a step back, and rather than looking at it as staying in New York, we should really look at it as exploring the city. We don't have to stay at the same point in New York. There's uptown, there's downtown, there's Brooklyn, and there's a lot of different right. There's a lot of different places. Rather than just smack dab in Times Square.
Right. I like this brother. He put an analogy together there, boy. You almost make me want to be the nice guy back here, but I can't, because we got to have that brother kind of thing. Because men, there are some. I mean, what he said was just dead on. I like that. That men should think that, when a lot of times with most men, I'm going to Leslie. most men, they're not thinking that way. And then for a woman, in a lot of cases,